morning, everybody. I'm jdiemer. I know a lot of you guys do know me. A lot of you guys look very, very familiar. I just want to thank you so much for coming and for being willing to be part of VBS. We are wanting to have an incredible VBS this year. These kids have missed out on so much in the last few months, and so we really want to just go over the top and everything. And our theme this year is Rocky Railway, and it is Jesus' power pulls us through. And we are going to be doing the stories of Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and some of those stories. And so that's where we're going to be going with this. I don't know if you guys remember last year we had like those buffs. We are going to have those again. If you want to use it as a face covering, you can, but I am not going to be enforcing that. I'm not going to be forcing children to wear them or anything like that. We are hoping at that point in time that most people will feel comfortable without having to have face coverings. And if parents don't feel comfortable with that, then they don't have to sign their kids up. But that is where we're moving in this direction. We want to be able to just have fun. And most of the paperwork that you guys are going to need, if you are over the age of 18, we have to make sure you have a current background check. If you aren't sure, check with me. We've got those forms over there. If you didn't sign in when you got here, I do need your name, your phone number, email address, and t-shirt size is super important. If you're an adult who has a small child and will need nursery care, make sure that you mark that box as well. Martha is providing a nursery, and I know that Wyatt's mom is going to help with that as well. T-shirts, I think we're doing dark gray this year to go with our Rocky Railway theme. I was going back and forth between dark green and dark gray, and I think I'm going to go dark gray.
That seems apropos for 2020.
Dark gray storm cloud.
Yeah. One of the safety checks that we will be doing is we have a scanner. You can see over there we have a thermometer scanner. And we will be scanning volunteers every morning when they come in. We're not going to scan the kids. We're going to hope that parents are forthcoming enough. I mean, we're all school age. These children are school age. Don't send your children to school with a fever. So we're hoping that they will also be very vigilant in this, but we will. So I will probably set Dave King up and have him. So when you guys check in, you will fill out a name tag, go get your temperature checked, and make sure that you are good to go for the day. Most of you who are youth volunteers, you guys are going to be in with the teams as far as we're going to have 4 preschool age and 6 elementary age teams, and so you guys will more than likely be assigned to a team. We want energy up. This is not, and also no cell phones. But we want energy up. We want when the kids come and the parents drop them off, you guys greet them. I am so excited that you are here today. Let me take you to your team. Let me introduce you to your leaders. We want you guys to just have so much fun with these kids. That's who you are here for. Yes, you get community service hours, but you are here for the children and to make sure they have the time of their lives. Okay? Things will be just also a little different this year. We aren't having our Friday night fellowship. Typically, we are Monday through Thursday morning, and then Friday nights we come back for a program. This year we have changed it, and we're going to do it on Sunday morning. We're going to have a big family celebration. We're going to have lunch. We're going to have bounce houses out here. The gym will be open, and so you guys will have the opportunity to wear your t-shirt that day. The kids will sing in the service. You can go up. You can help them. You can do motions with them. We want you guys to be as interactive with the kids as possible. In the chapel is where we'll have food. We will also have the decorations still set up so that way the kids can go and take pictures. Be available. Some of these kids, if you're their leaders during the week, be available to take pictures with them because they may want to grab you and say, oh my goodness, Sammy, I loved Sammy. He was my favorite. Sammy, will you take a picture with me? So be willing and able to do that. And don't feel nervous or embarrassed about it or anything like that because these kids look up to you, they idolize you, and they will remember you for a really long time.
Joanna, can I speak quickly about the Sunday celebration? The reason we are moving away from Friday night to Sunday morning is, number one, there's a bunch of families that don't have a church home, and this is a great way for them to kind of engage with our church community. Number two, a lot of our church members, if they're not serving at VBS, they don't necessarily get to see what's going on during the week other than maybe what pictures that we post. And so this is their chance to Hear the kids sing their songs during the worship service. We'll have one worship service that Sunday, which is July 26th. So it'll be one service. Everybody will be together. The kids will sing their songs. And then, as Joanna said, we'll dismiss and have lunch and bounce house, a water slide, kid games in the gym. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a lot of fun. So that kind of the idea is have the big church like summer event be right on the heels of VBS.
That's right. That's right. We're culminating to be, that'll be one of our biggest events of the summer, just because so much is pared down over the summer. Our next meeting will be the day before VBS starts, so that way it'll be July 19th. And so as soon as church is over, we will meet in the chapel and we will have lunch. You will get your t-shirts and you will get your assignment and just some last minute information and stuff like that. And so that is July 19th, as soon as church is over.
The second service, correct?
Yeah, the second service. Yeah. And so right around probably 12:15ish or something like that. Every day, VBS starts at 8:30. We ask that you guys come 30 minutes early. Come at 8 o'clock. Give yourself time to mingle with friends, do your name tag, get your temperature check, stuff like that, and be ready, because kids will start coming about 8:15. So just make sure that you're on time. If Drew's favorite joke, you will wear your t-shirt every day. He likes to say, give it a good Febreze spray. I'm a mom. I say, wash your shirt every day. But Drew says, hey, Febreze works. But, you know, he's a dad now. He's a dad now. He's married with a child. So maybe he will
We do a lot more laundry now.
That's right. That's right.
True.
A lot of laundry right now. One of our biggest things also, besides no cell phones, is safety with the kids. And so one of the things we want to implement, we will have bins for every team. In there will be your roster and things like that, but also we'll do some hand sanitizer. And so we'll just sanitize their hands before and after each time that they're going into different stations. Especially, we'll pay special attention during craft. There is a bathroom up there, so if we have time, we'll be able to try and get them in there to wash their hands, because there's 3 to 4 wash sinks in there. We can do that before and after craft, but in between, like going from games to service, it's more difficult, so we'll do hand sanitizer. And then also, of course, snack time. We're definitely gonna wanna make sure that we keep our hands washed and clean and stuff like that. And these are things that kids are used to just even before all of this coronavirus. You know, just washing your hands, keeping clean. So those are some of our big things. And also, when we're going to the bathroom, we don't ever go into a stall with the child. We don't go by ourselves to the bathroom with a child. We always go in pairs, and try to at least keep the main door open or something like that. If somebody needs to stand inside, just depending on whether you're with pre-Kers or not. If there is an accident or anything like that with the pre-Kers, let your adult team leaders know. Adults come and let us know. I cut up some little pieces of paper over there that have my phone number, Drew's phone number, and Dave King's phone number. So if you don't have our phone numbers, you can grab that and put it into your phone. But we will let the parents know, and they will come and get the child, change the child and stuff like that. We won't do any changing or anything like that, or taking care of any kind of accidents like that. We aren't trained in that way. We aren't the nursery workers who are trained in that way. And so we will make sure that the parents are aware of that. We've added that to our waiver as well this year, for the parents to initial that if their child has an accident, they will come and take care of it themselves. And then they don't have to take the child home. The child is free to stay, but they need to come and take care of that.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is there a cutoff date for how old they can be?
Yeah, the cutoff date is always, they have to be 4 years old by the day that VBS starts. So this year, normally it's in June. This year it's July. So that gives some of those kids who were on the cusp about 6-8 months or more weeks to be able to turn 4. So if they're not 4 by July 20th, then they aren't allowed in there. They will have to, the only people who are in the nursery are volunteers' kids. And those of you who are adults that are volunteering, if you have to stay in the chapel while your kids are being dismissed, and you have kids who are in VBS, we dismiss them to the gym so they can run around and have fun, and then you just go and check your child out at the gym. The only other thing is door safety. So when we're going, there's lots of big heavy doors here in the church, both over in the chapel side and on this side. And so we always want to make sure that we have one adult opening the door, and watching all kids' fingers, making sure they don't get smashed. We don't ever have the kids as door holders. I know a lot of them in school, that's a job. We're not gonna do that here. We're gonna make sure that an adult or a youth worker, somebody who is one of the team leaders, is holding the doors open and stuff like that. Just to reiterate, don't ever go anywhere alone with a child. We're just trying to really be very careful with our safe practices and things like that, and so we wanna make sure that we don't have any issues that arise or anything like that. You always have a buddy with you, especially at least an adult with you and stuff like that. But most of the time, we're in big groups, and so there shouldn't be any issues. Okay? You can stop that now.